Hello again, everyone. Match 2, here we are. I'm gonna go ahead and take the play. And once again, with the Cat Lord, you can got Fan Bearer, Act of Heroism to protect him, or Root Walla, or Sand Walla rather. This seems keepable. We just need to find our third land. I guess we could play out the Fan Bearer to start getting in there with him. Alternatively, we could play the Scattered Groves, anticipating that we draw. I'm going to go ahead and play that first. In case we draw a better 2-drop, more impactful one. And this way we can also play out both our creatures. Okay, we found the untapped land anyway, so it was a moot point. But, yeah, I'm just going to play out both of our 1-drops. And the next turn we start getting down and dirty with the Pride Sovereign. Blue-black control, maybe. Yikes, that's pretty strong against us. Alright, more land. That's not too bad. No more lands would be nice, though. Let's go ahead and attack, I guess, with both. We can represent the pump on this. And it's not like we lose the Fan Bearer if he blocks it, and then we just play the Sovereign right after. Sure. And he's got to find a way to kill this now, otherwise it's going to get out of reach of a lot of what he can do. He could have like a Torrent of Venom or a Serpent Sting or something like that. But yeah, Scorpion's not really sufficient to deal with the Sovereign. Alright, more land, sadly. So we're going to likely use the Sovereign. Oop, missed our opponent. Could attack with the Sand Walla first. He could just trade the Scorpion for it. Alternatively, we could use the Pride Sovereign and then Fan Bearer the next turn. I think I like that, actually. So, and then finally we could also play the Ritualist. I'm just going to wait and use the Sovereign ability. End of turn, use the Fan Bearer as well. Tap down his Scorpion here. Yeah, just spit up lots of cat tokens. Guess we could have done that before passing to our opponent, letting them untap and play a land, in case they do have Torrent of Venom now, or Torment of Venom. Just attacking with that, sure. I guess it doesn't even matter, because even if they try and kill the Sovereign, we can Act of Heroism and that will keep it alive, and even untap it. Okay, I would expect a Torrent of Venom here, but we'll see. Okay, so he's gonna make it -3/-3. I can, this turn I can pump it up to a 4/4. That'll keep it alive here. And I'll even untap it, which is kind of nice. So I think I do want to do that. And then I'll have the cats out, making it a 4/4, -3/-3. So it'll still be alive. That's what I care about. Yeah, let's lose some life. Okay, so it's small, but then it gets bigger. And it should stick around next turn now. Okay. Still drawing nothing but lands, sadly. This guy is just nothing more than spit out cats for now. So I think I just want to attack. Could attack with just this guy, trade him, and then we can use the Sovereign and tap down something with the Fan Bearer. Alternatively, we could play the Ritualist and use the Sovereign ability. Could attack with cats, get them through. I'll attack with them all, try and goad him to blocking a cat. I would like to keep the Sand Walla around. And if he tries to block a cat, I have to use the Exert ability now. Oh, okay. Doesn't want to risk it to anything. In that case, probably just going to play the Ritualist. pass. Got to be careful though. If I lose a single cat, then Pride Sovereign down. Okay, combatant, not too scary. And a Screecher, also not scary when I have tons of 1-power things. So let's just make more cats. And we can probably tap down the Scorpion, and everything else has to trade with my cat tokens. Alright, sadly we have not drawn a single spell, except I think... Have we even drawn a spell this game? I don't think we have. In any case, I can Fanbear this guy down, and then start swinging in there with everything. Including a Ritualist, sure. Well, if I find a desert, I'm going to want to have as much as I can get alive. But we got to get in there somehow, so I think this is fine. Probably end up trading off with like a Screecher, and Vizier will just eat a cat. I guess you can kill 3 cats and that kills my Sovereign, unless I have a trick. So we'll see what how he feels about it. Okay, that was probably a mistake. I really do need to keep more attention on the Sovereign, because if he kills 3 of my cats, it shrinks down and dies. So this is acceptable. And then might as well play out of land. Opponent finds an island they can eternalize and get a 4/4. We'll just keep tapping it down though. Scourge is pretty much the same. Going to be tapped down repeatedly, but it's a little obnoxious. Yikes, not a single relevant spell drawn yet. Tap that down. And then I have to keep back the Sovereign to block that thing, probably. You could also wait a bit longer. I think I will do that, actually. Keep tapping down this thing on his turn, spitting out more cats, and wait to draw like a desert or something and go for lethal then. Or nearly lethal. Still no eternalized mana, fortunately. But they're getting into the realm of casting pretty nasty things, like Stir the Sands would be pretty bad for us. We need to draw our Aftermath cards, I think. That would be nice. Alright, Hellfire's not the worst. Oops. Well, before I forget. Tap down his lifelinker. Make cats. We're only getting hit for 4. Torment of Hailfire. Lose 3 life, sack permanent, non-land permanent, or discard a card. Probably just lose life a lot, honestly. Discard a forest. Sure. Wasn't too bad. Alright, come on, relevant spell. It's potentially relevant. Come on, desert or Aftermath card. Dutiful. Alright, so I can tap down a thing and get in there for a lot while gaining some life, but then the Fanbearer isn't there to deal with the Scrounger. Don't really want to do that. I think it might be worthwhile. I'm going to get in there and we get to replay the Dutiful Servants after that. I think we are going to play them. Unfortunately, then we can't even use the Fanbearer, I realize. We're 1 mana short. So in that case, let's maybe attack, send in the cats, represent being. I'm probably just going to tapping down that lifelinker again. He can't kill my cats faster than they're coming with the Pride Sovereign. Okay. He takes more damage this way, but kills my kitties, sadly. Yeah, I'm just going to tap down his lifelinker. Still racing here. To make 2 cats every other turn. We've still got a lot of cards, but we're happy to draw. Oof, okay. But it's about the same. I get less cats right now, but he gets to draw a card as well, sadly. Before I forget, let's tap that guy. Oh well, let's reset it now. It'll be a big old 5/5. My opponent just can't really do anything. Can't really attack this turn, however, so let's just replay all of our threats. I guess I like this guy better because he can break through some things. Whoopsies. No need to tap that. Only cost 3. Ooh, and I just realized with the Ritualist, of course, I can still... Okay, that's fine. I'm so used to using this guy as an attacker, I forgot he has another couple of abilities. So we can actually just use this to tap down the Scrounger now. Okay, that doesn't do much. I guess it's a way to pump up the Shadowstorm Vizier. He's not going to even bother attacking, I don't think. Tap you. Okay, this could be game right here. So he can make this a 4/4 and this a 2/4. And these both deal damage to each other, sadly. So I can't use it on the Scorpion. I'd like to use it to kill the Vizier or the Eternal, probably the Eternal, and then tap down the other, or the Death Toucher. So I think what I like to do is have our 6/6. Yeah, let's have our 6/6 fight that guy. See if we can go for the kill here. Hopefully no unsummon or anything. He's paying costs though. Discarding an Hour of Eternity. Okay. Exile creatures from your grave. Create tokens that are copies. It's pretty sweet. Okay. So what does this do? This makes it a 4/4 and that a 2/4. We can tap down 1 and then attack for lethal, I think. Or very near it. So yeah, this also gives it trample, so I really don't care. Yeah, we're just gonna go for the kill here. Don't really have to be too concerned for our safety. Let us tap that guy down. He can block, takes 1,000,000 damage because of the trample, and has no cards in hand, so he's dead. It's unfortunate our opponent never drew that second island to either cast, to bring back the Proven Combatant. And I guess now we know about Hour of Eternity. Wish we had some more graveyard hate. Oh well. What can we bring in against that exactly? Gate to the Afterlife. Probably not worth it. Yeah, unfortunately we don't really have too much that we can bring in against him. He's playing a blue-black deck. Don't really have any hate cards either. I guess Jeru's Renunciation is so-so. But I think we're good the way we are, so let's just run it back the way it is. And hope for a faster draw. If we had drawn like any of our Aftermath cards, literally any of them, I think the game would have been over much sooner. Driven to Despair seems like it's going to be very strong against him though. Don't particularly like all the 1/1s, like the Sacred Cat and the Sandwalla, but we did see he has a number of X1s that they can at least block or be forced to trade with, and there's just really not much else that we can bring in against him. I guess Graven Abomination's not the worst actually. Shoot, yeah, I'm gonna... Maybe this is right, maybe it's not. I'm gonna bring in a Graven Abomination. Whenever he attacks, you get to exile a card from their graveyard. And we know he's got Eternalized things, and he's got Hour of, I think it was Revelation, to exile them all. Could probably also afford to cut a land. but not too concerned about it. Just not much else that we would want. I think this will be fine. Just hoping for a couple of our 2-drops that can actually punch through the Shadow Storm Vizier, which basically just leaves like a Catcher's Avenger, Gustwalker, and the Sandwalla. Dauntless Aven is a lot weaker because of that, though. Alright, Evolving Wilds to find a swamp isn't too bad. This is pretty solid. You even have a Traveler's Amulet, sure. This is a very keepable hand, I think. So, we likely want to play Gustwalker and then Cartouche. So turn 2 and 3 we need untapped lands. Which means we either need to use the Evolving Wilds now, or just use these as they are and hope to draw that third naturally. Just going to start with the Evolving Wilds here. And the Traveler's Amulet, we could have played like a forest and gotten what we needed. Alright, opponent seems to have a lack of blue mana. So let's go ahead and just get black for now. We do lose a life this way to play our thing, but in case we find a black spell that we absolutely must play next turn, now we can, without depending on the Traveler's Amulet. I don't think it's going to come down to a difference of 1 life here, either. Alright, this is very nice. We get to slay that, can't discard anything to make it big, get to kill it. We actually have Ambuscade to follow it up with. We can just beat him down with the, make sure I cast this on the right target. Don't have to actually pick the fight target until it resolves. But we can just beat him down with a little Gustwalker here. That was pretty brutal. Unfortunately now, if our opponent does have a blue, he could just Gale Strike us. But that's really not the worst. Of course, we might just get stuck without a game really here, sadly. It's always unfortunate when that happens, but there's not a whole lot that we can do about it. So let's just dig up in plains and play out more and more creatures. But yeah, if our opponent doesn't find a land this turn, it's probably over. That is unfortunate. I guess there's an argument to not play out all of our threats exactly, or at least ones that don't die to a -2/-2 board wipe, whatever it's called. So I'm just going to play out the Dutiful Servants here because they survive it. Opponent has like an Invocation Damnation, then or Bontu's Last Reckoning. Good for them. Alright. So here, I'd like to play out the Sharpshooters. Could attack, exert this. I don't even have to exert this. I could just attack, and if he blocks it, Ambuscade to kill it and trample over, and that's just lethal, I think. Yeah. So that's unfortunate. I'm just going to Ambuscade pre-combat. I realize he's at 8 life, so let's just go for the kill. Sorry, opponent. I know that couldn't have been very fun. That's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. On to match 3, the finals. Stay tuned, everyone.